Hey Wargamers, welcome back. Purple Jewelry presents Wargame Culture. Tonight I have a little treat for you. We are going to look at the counters and top-down ships that I made and put on the itch.io. This is a free download. You can go there and print these out. They are in color and they come out pretty nice, I think, for the ancient naval battles. We have some wreck markers, and then I fancied up the ship's records a little bit. We've got 4 different ones. If you don't like the colors or the backgrounds, there is a blank one as well for you to use. So there's that. I tried to be accommodating. I printed some extras because I'm going to show you how I mount them. And that way I've got some also for battles and for keeping track of the various ships. These are Creative Commons, so feel free to use them, put them in your own videos, that sort of thing. Just please put a link to it. I'd appreciate it. Share this out as widely as possible. These counters here for the catapults, I actually hand painted those on some tokens. I got a sheet of blank tokens, and so I painted those on there. Likewise with the stepped mast counters and the hold counters. The marine counters, I found some clip art online that was public domain, and so dropped that in here to make some counters. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these out in strips and glue them to the blank counters so that I can have those. Or what I might do, which might be easier and cleaner, is I like to buy Scrabble games at the Goodwill store for cheap, because these counters with letters on them, you can paint those and they become excellent army bases or counters for different games or what have you. And so what I'll probably do is I'm just going to go ahead and cut these out, glue them down here. I'll weight them down with some books so they stay nice and flat, dries nice and flat, and then I'll just cut them with a straight edge and an X-Acto. But, which is what I did with these ships. These are the little ships that I made. These are the top downs. I found these pictures online. I just downloaded them, did a little right click, and I glued it to this foam core. And the mast is a toothpick, and I just poked a hole in the top here with a nail and put some super glue on there, stuck it in, and then the sail is made from some construction paper, some scrapbook cardstock that I got at Michael's. So I think these look pretty good and they work really well, and total cost was about $6 for 28 of these ships. And so in any case, so I cut out one of the ship records, and I have a 3" by 5" index card. These are heavy duty cards. You can get these at any office supply store. They are not very expensive, probably $2 or $3 for 100. And this is really strange. I cut this out, and I know that I measured and clicked on the box and had it be 3" by 5", but for some reason it came out a little smaller, but that's no big deal. But these are really easy to mount. I just use one little piece of tape. It's kind of hard to see through the phone here. And just get one little piece of tape here, and I'm going to put this on the side. Of course, when I'm trying to be clever. And you could do that on both sides if you wanted to. I like to use a little glue stick. This just makes it a little sturdier. And just flip that up. Get the corners good. give it a little squiggle. Get down in here where the corners are going to go. And then just flip that over. Set it down. Wow, this is shaking all over the place. Sorry about that. Hope no one's getting motion sickness. So there we go. So now we have it glued on. And then when that dries, we'll be able to write on these with a pencil, you know, cross off the markers for casualties. I'll probably write the name and class in with a pen. I like to use red and blue pens because that makes it easier to distinguish which is which, but I may get in the habit of using this background for the red ships and another background for the blue ships or what have you. Like I said, there's 4 different designs, so I guess theoretically we could have one design for each class of ship on each side, so there's that. But yeah, go ahead, feel free to use these. Let me know what you think. Like I said, you can do the same with the wreck markers. And these dragon ships, if you want to make those, glue those down to foam core. I would go ahead and put these wreck markers on cardstock rather than foam core. But again, that's going to be a matter of taste. And that way you can use these for obstacles in the water. There aren't any rules for them in Tony Beth's Ancient Naval Battles rules, but there will be rules in these for the Fantastic Mass Combat. So that'll be coming out shortly with sailing rules. So there you have it. This is my latest project. Go ahead and check it out on Itch.io. Like I said, it's a free download, and I'd love to get some feedback. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe, and keep on gaming.